Hi, I'm Steve Andras, and I've been involved in the basement drainage and basement waterproofing industry for over 35 years. My local company, Pioneer Basement, has installed over 20,000 drainage systems. And because of those systems, we saw some of the failures that occurred because of other systems that we used. So you as the homeowner, you have a lot of choices as the companies you choose to put in your drainage system. Some people think I'm crazy. I spent over nearly $1 million developing a drainage system, but it was only because we couldn't find one out there to use to help all of my customers. Pioneer Basement, my local company, was awarded the top basement system dealer in the world in 2002. So because of this, we had put in over 20 miles of that drainage system of WaterGuard in just 1 year. So who would know the failures of a system better than me? I was their largest dealer putting this system in, and yet I had some of my customers were unhappy because the system failed. But they didn't think it was the system's fault, they blamed me. So that's the reason I had to go and develop the GrateDrain system. It was to protect my reputation and make sure all of my customers are taken care of. So we're no longer a basement system dealer, but we do have the GrateDrain system, which is our own patented product that can be used to help all drainage problems in the basement, not just 90%. Another thing at the time is a lot of the systems that we used, like the WaterGuard system, had an open channel. So this would be placed against the wall. And what that was doing was allowing excessive moisture, radon, into the home environment. And because of stack effect, it would bring it up to the living floors up above the basement. So we had to look at what we could do to solve these issues. And that's why we spent the money we did with developing GrateDrain. There was no system on the market in 2006 that could solve these issues, and there still isn't, except for the GrateDrain. Now let me explain some of the reasons why we built it the way we did. There's large holes in the GrateDrain, and they go from the bottom of the pipe to the top, so that water can get into this system fast and get directed out of the house quickly, before it can get above the basement floor. Collecting water from the wall and also from under the floor, making a closed system to alleviate excessive moisture and radon entering into the home, and then building access ports that would allow us to be able to get and flush a system if it did get clogged without having to break our customer's floor again and disrupt them further. With all of that, we've solved the problem with odors also by having a closed system. No longer the water sitting in a stagnant pipe that wasn't pitched. That smell would come up into the basement. And people would say, Steve, you solved my water problem, but now I've got this moisture issue in my basement. And we would recommend them put in a dehumidifier. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense that the GrateDrain system be a closed system that doesn't allow this to happen. So as I speak, we have 5 patents on the GrateDrain system and related products, and 2 patent pendings. We have 25 contractors all over the United States now who, without us even really asking for it, they came to us looking for a solution to solve their customers' problems at the same time. So when you're making a decision as to what system you want to use, you want one that's been tested. And after 35 years of seeing almost anything you can imagine in the home, in a basement, we have now a system that's practically, virtually foolproof, and have trained a certified network of contractors to install it. Some of the systems that we installed took us 10, 15 years before we realized the faults and were able to correct those. So working with a company that has this kind of experience is going to help you, because we're not trial and error on you. We have developed a system that's foolproof, that's going to make sure that your basement is dry in any condition.